We're now going to show you how to draw the nose cone for your Formula One car. Open your car body drawing and turn it around so that you can see the front end. Click on the plane tool on your toolbar and put an offset plane on the front of the car. We usually place the plane at 20 millimeters from the front of the car. Next, click on the plane and create a new sketch. You'll need to turn the car around so that it's correctly orientated. Make sure you're on the Sketch tab of your toolbar and select Project Geometry. You're going to project the front of the car onto your new plane because we need to copy it exactly. So when the car's front face changes colour, click on it and, as you can see, that projects the exact shape of the front of the car onto the offset plane. Finish the sketch and then right-click on the plane, then click on Visibility to get rid of the plane. You're then left with a sketch of exactly the correct shape and dimensions for your nose cone. Now click anywhere on your new nose cone sketch and click Edit Sketch. Click and drag a box across the sketch and you'll see the constraint symbols appear. Then right-click anywhere on the sketch and choose Copy. You now need to open a completely new page and create a new sketch. As you've done before, make sure in the Create New File dialog box that the new drawing will be metric and set it to millimeters. Then click Create and click Start Sketch and choose the XY axes. Right-click anywhere on the page and choose Paste and the nose cone sketch will appear. Finish the sketch and then select the Extrude tool. You need to extrude the part so that it's 10 millimeters deep. Now we need to begin a new sketch on the front face of the block we've made. So click on Create Sketch. Next, with the Circle tool, draw two circles of exactly the same size over the circles already on the nose cone. Hover around the outside until you see the green dot which marks the center of each circle, and then click. Make sure you draw two 4 millimeter circles and then click Finish Sketch. Now you need to extrude these using the asymmetric option in the Extrude dialog box. That'll extrude each circle both ways. One way to fill the holes in the nose cone up, and the other to create round pegs to fit into the hole on the front of the car body. So click the two circles you've just drawn and change the first extrusion on each to 8 millimeters, which is the same depth as the holes in the front of the car. The second extrusion on each circle will be 10 millimeters to completely fill in the holes in the nose cone, which is 10 millimeters deep. When you turn the nose cone around, you should see that it has a smooth face. Now you need to click on the Plane tool and create another offset plane on the front of the nose cone. Offset the new plane by between 20 and 25 millimeters. We've chosen to do it by 25 millimeters in this example. Click on the plane, then on Create Sketch, and we're going to use the Point tool now, so click on that. Hover around the center of the bottom line of your drawing until you see the green dot which marks the halfway point, and from there follow the dotted line up until it reaches a point similar to this one we're showing here, about 1/4 to 1/3 of the way up. Take care not to draw the point up too high. Next, select the Loft tool and hover with your cursor over the outer side of your nose cone block, then click when the front face lights up. Now click on the point you created on the offset plane and click on OK in the Loft tool dialog box. Next, right-click on your plane, click Visibility, and that will remove it from your drawing. You now have a pointed nose cone. Now you need to form the wings of your nose cone. First, click on the flat side of the cone, create a sketch and select the Ellipse tool. Find the center line through the side of the cone and click to form your ellipse. Make sure you keep the ellipse horizontal. Once you've formed the ellipse and you're happy with the width and the depth of it, finish the sketch. Next, you need to extrude the ellipse shape on the side of your nose cone using the asymmetric option in the Extrude dialog box. Extrude the nearest wing to you, that's the one shown here on the right, by 20 millimeters. When you put in the extrusion length for the wing on the other side of your drawing, you'll need to allow for the width of the nose cone because you're extruding from the ellipse drawn on this side of the cone. That means the depth of the second extrusion should be 20 millimeters plus the cone's width, which is 24 millimeters. So your second extrusion should be 44 millimeters. Once you're happy that both the wings are exactly the same length from each side of the cone, click on OK in the Extrude dialog box. And because the nose cone's dimensions were an exact copy from the front face of your F1 car, you'll have a nose cone that fits exactly on the front end of your car. Finally, you need to save your file. Click on the orange Autodesk Inventor icon in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Save it as you've done with your other files, and that will overwrite any older versions of the nose cone drawing which you don't want to keep.